Hello YouTube, this is Rogue498, and starting my new Let's Play, Boktai.
This is one great Boktai day.
Yep. Alright, so yeah. I'm gonna play Boktai, The Sun is in Your Hand, for Game Boy Advance. Let's see here, which place is close enough. I'm in the Central Time Zone. Let's say Chicago's pretty close to here. We're gonna play on normal too, since I don't have hard mode unlocked.
In a place not too far from here and now.
Alright, so, yeah, new Let's Play. Now,
the undead appear,
you've probably noticed that there is a, something at the bottom left. Well, this game was created by Konami and Hideo Kojima. Basically, it's kind of like Metal Gear Solid for Game Boy Advance, except you use a solar gun. This is the City of Death, Istrakan, since time immemorial. This dark city has been ruled by a race known as the Immortals. But now, at last, the sun is rising. You've come at last, the heir to the solar gun, Gun del Sol, the new vampire hunter. My name is Otanko, messenger of the sun. Together we will bring light back to this world. In the castle ahead is the vampire lord. Let's go, Solar Boy. So yeah, I'm just gonna pick up this item very quickly. Now, what caused me to check out this game was actually the Mega Man Battle Network games. Since Battle Networks 4 through 6 have Gundel, have some what's it called? They have some battle chips in it that have attacks from this series. So, but yeah. So, you have basically one weapon in this game. Gun del Sol. In order to... Okay, so, here we'll do. Watch. This is the pile driver. Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna say just that. The Vampire Lord, leader of the race of immortal vampires. The wounds your father gave him have not healed. This is our only chance. Even you can do it if you act now. Listen, Solar Boy. Bring him and his coffin back here. We will purify him with the sunlight and this pile driver. You need sunlight to start the pile driver. See the gauge with the sun mark in the lower right corner? It shows the level of sunlight striking the solar sensor. It's called the solar gauge. You can't use the pile driver when the sunlight level is 0. Okay. Very simple. Just head through this area. Solar Boy. Let's go over the solar gun, Gun del Sol, one more time. Press the B button with the fire frame equipped to fire a solar shot. Use the shot to temporarily stun the undead. Attacks from behind are the most effective. But if the energy in your solar battery, see the gun gauge, in the lower right corner, runs out, you won't be able to fire your solar gun. Recharge by letting sunlight strike the sensor. May the sun be with you. Okay, so if you're gonna play this game on a Game Boy Advance, you're gonna have to have the solar sensor working, which means you're probably gonna have to play outside. Alright, so, okay, so things about this Let's Play. Since this game is created by Hideo Kojima, and it does have some stealth mechanics, I'm going to actually try and edit my videos, and every time that I get caught, I'm gonna put a mark on the marker. Okay. Now, normally your gun will slowly regenerate. But let's use a lot of shots. You can you know, charge up your gun a lot faster by holding down the A button.
Otenko.
The panel on this wall is an Otenko panel. Press the A button when the mark is flashing to summon me. Don't be afraid to ask for advice. My knowledge might come in handy. As you can see, you cannot collect sunlight when you're indoors. However, with one of these, you can, when you see like a window thing on the ground, yeah, you can. Oh. Oh! Holy cow, someone's messing around upstairs. The Night Solar Frame. Oh yes. Looks like you got the Night Solar Gun Frame. If you equip it, you can use the Solar Spread attack on the undead. Hold down the B button to fire the spread. Use the weapon screen to... Okay. Press select. Okay. Here's one of the things I like about this game. The weapon customization. So, as you can see, there's a battery, a lens, a grenade, and a frame attachment. This is cool. This is like a really cool feature of the game. Each frame does something slightly different. So like so we saw that one fired single shots. This one can fire it too, but also fires a spread. Oh, I see. I forgot those things to take away. So we're gonna charge that up. Now we can head up here.
Otenko.
Wait! That's a ghoul! A Bok! This type of undead serves the immortals. Boks are weak, but don't let them spot you. Try to avoid confrontation. Hide in the shadows or run past when they're not looking. When a Bok spots you, he attacks with chlorophyllin, a dark substance. If you get chlorophyllin on you, it will start to deplete your life. Shake that stuff off as quickly as you can. You can also sterilize it with your gun, okay? Alright. So it takes kind of the Metal Gear Solid approach where you have to be careful with the enemies. And outright attacks are not, you know, recommended. Okay. There we go. Oh, almost. He almost got me. I'm not gonna count that one, but now we can head over here. Got a life fruit. Good. Recovery items are good. Okay.
Otenko.
This belongs to the Count. This vampire lord, the Count of Ground-Soaking Blood, was the sworn enemy of your father. But do not be afraid, my young vampire hunter. That crimson scarf holds the spirit of your father. You are not alone. Alright. Gotta take care of all these bats. So, here's one of the mechanics of this game. You've got to drag coffins around. Basically, after each boss fight, they will become a coffin, and you have to drag the coffin back to the pile driver that we saw earlier. Now, of course, while you are trying to pull the coffin, you cannot attack. So, in order to attack enemies or try to avoid enemies, you're gonna have to, you know, leave the coffin alone. But the coffin will try to slowly go back to, you know, its resting place. Vampires don't really want to die. Oh, and they can also attack you. They'll telegraph their attacks, and you will learn to avoid them, but especially later on when Oh, there's an attack. Darn it. Okay, so... Oh, that's another. Darn it. I forgot I'm not... like, I still need to get used to this game, so... Let's see here. Go over here. Oh well. Come on. Those things can be used in case if, like, you need sunlight right now, and you don't have access to it. Like, it's... say if it's nighttime and you need sunlight. Ooh. Come on. Come on. Enemies aren't the smartest either. Yay. Okay. Also, there's a level up system for, Gundel Soul parts. Also, these spiders are a lot easier to kill now that we have the spread gun. And now we're gonna get to see probably the, there are two kinds of boss fights. There's the regular boss fight, and then there's the pile driver. We're about to see the pile driver. And the pile drivers are basically like, you have to multitask in order to do them right. Oh, oh, darn it. Okay. Luckily, you have a really good chance to stop them from going back if you let go of them. Alright, now set the coffin in the center of the pile driver. Alright. Good. Fire a spread to start up the generators that just appeared. Equip the knight and hold the B button to fire the solar spread. These generators have been blessed by Gaia, the motherland, and the sun spirit soul. With the power to amplify solar energy, the pile driver is the only thing we can use to purify mortals. There we go, we got one. Now we go here. We're ready! Press the A button over the shining emblem to start the pile driver. Is the sun out? You're gonna want the sun to be out when trying to do this. You're gonna want to be outside to try to do this. This is a pain if you are trying to do this inside, you know, like using the materials you have. Starting purification. Destroy the vampire with solar piles from the generators. The stronger the sunlight striking the sensor, the stronger the solar piles will be. But the vampire will resist the solar piles. When he does, hit the generators with the spread to boost its power. You can overcome the vampire's resistance when the vampire's darkness gauge in the upper right hits 0. We win. Stop the vampire lord. You can do it, Solar Boy. Yeah, these battles are really like just about multitasking. And they do take a lot less time if you have really good, if it's a lot of sunlight outside. Now, of course, me using an emulator, I have the sunlight setting to 100 watts instead of, bright sunlight, so it's gonna be like a little bit of a challenge for me, considering that, like, it's not gonna be at full sunlight. Okay. Alright, so we got found 6 times, so we got an A- rank. Yay! Got full card. Incineration of the dark matter. The energy source of the immortals is complete. This eliminates all possibility of revival. Good work, Solar Boy. Come to think of it, I don't know your name. Rogue, is it? Good choice. So here you are, Otenko, messenger of the sun, and this must be the new vampire hunter. But I'm afraid you're too late. While you've been busy playing with the decoy, my wounds have healed splendidly. The Count! We've been tricked. I'll teach you a thing or two. When I attacked the city of the sun, San Miguel, and struck my enemy down, I had another objective. Yes, the Lunar Maiden, Moon Beauty. She is still alive. Do you dare go after her, Otenko? Moon Beauty? Ha! She's your... In that case, there's still a chance. I sense darkness to the north. Let's go, Rogue. We have to save Moon Beauty. Do not fear, Solar Boy. We have the sun. The sun will rise tomorrow. May the sun be with you. Yay. Boktai. Alright, so, Rogue, I must talk to you about something. It's about the solar gun, Gun del Sol. The solar gun takes in sunlight as its energy. If you continue using it under strong sunlight for too long, it will overheat. Then you won't be able to fire the solar gun. At the bottom right of this screen, if the gun becomes marked with an X, that's a sign of trouble. If you keep on using it under strong sunlight, it will overheat. Go into the shade and let the solar gun cool down. After a while, the gun will no longer be overheated. Even when the overheat status has ended, the gun is still very hot. If you use it under strong sunlight, it will soon overheat again. If it repeats overheating, the safety mechanism disables the solar gun. The safety mechanism will not undo itself until the sun sets. Be careful. Once it overheats, continue your adventure into the shade or take a break for a while. Do not be reckless. There is no one to replace you. I'm counting on you, Solar Boy Rogue. Okay. So, now we are going to head to the next area. Small cave. Yeah, there's a ton of, like, mini areas. I sense darkness. Nothing big, but Rogue. This is the city of death. Ends of eras are interwoven here in Istraken. The undead you defeat can slip through the time fabric and recover. The journey will take us through dungeons like this one. We will have to pass through many undead dungeons, through many times and many places. Each time we enter an undead dungeon, the traps and devices will be reset. The undead will be back. You must not lose heart, even when surrounded by danger. Understood? We'll need this. Alright, let's go. That's basically a warp point for when you finish. That's one way you can get enemies' attention. Since... crap baskets. Okay, so, gotta get his attention, then we can hit him with our gun. Yeah, this game is basically Metal Gear Solid for kids and Game Boy Advance. Because, I mean, the enemies here are not threatening at all. Nope, yep, he saw me. Ah. There we go. Sometimes enemies can be a bit difficult to deal with. you know, in terms of trying to deal with them without getting seen. Alright. Let's take the left. There we go. There we go. There we go. Pretty easy to deal with. I'm still trying to get used to this, because it's not like Metal Gear where, like, you know, like, enemies will just automatically jump on you as soon as they see you. Let's head to lower. There we go. Oh, yay, we got a key. Looks like you found a key, Rogue. Wait a second. That blue key, that was made by immortal hands. If you leave the dungeon, their power will weaken, the key will evaporate. That blue key can only be used inside this dungeon. Remember that. Okay. So it's a good thing we took this path. We need to find some sunlight. Now here's the point when we need to hide from everything. So now here's where a lot of the sneaking would come in. Here we go. Ooh, yay, a medal. So right now we can't really attack any enemies because I'm out of sunlight. The axle. Let's take a look. Fires are rotating. Oh yeah, I remember this one. Here we go. See, not... in some ways, they're a lot easier to avoid than the enemies in, Metal Gear. Nope! Ah, one saw me. Darn it, that's another one to add to the counter.
Ortenko.
Rogue. With that blue key, you can probably open the blue door, stand in front of it, and press the A button. Okay. Ah, I got caught again. Use the key. Trap. Uh-oh.
Ortenko.
We're locked in. Rogue, take care of all the enemies you see. Alright. Okay, now we're gonna use the axle. See? Yay! Aww. Looks like an exit. There we go. This'll do. Use this warp magic square to pass through the dungeon freely. Stand in the middle of the warp magic square and press the A button to warp. Use it as necessary. I'm gonna charge up. Yay, apples. And you know what, with that? Gate of the Dead. Alright. So, with this, I will see you guys next time. This has been Rogue498. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next part.